Our team, our community. This is CondorsTown, and this is another Energy Condors connection. Now, here's Erik Fox and Ryan Holt.
Thursday morning, 10 a.m. You know what time it is. It's time to connect up. We're here with Energy Condor Connection. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. The man on the other side of the split screen, not holed up in a hotel on the other side of the border this time, but holed up in, I guess, a glass case of emotion behind you. It's Ryan Holt from the Big Condors.
The fishbowl here. This is the fishbowl.
I had a really good Anchorman thing there. I'm in a glass case of emotion. But anyways, let's jump into it. We talk about everything going on with the Condors. And, of course, we talk about the parent organization because everything that affects them affects us. So let's talk about Edmonton. Last time we were here on Condors Connection, we were talking about they were really dealing with quite a bit of injuries. What's our update on the injury front?
Yeah, still pretty banged up, but, winning a couple of games here as of late. And that's a positive sign. They won last night. They torched Arizona, as most teams have over the course of this season. So, did what they were supposed to do last night, but I think the good thing is you're seeing, some of the guys that were in Bakersfield. Last night Costin had a Gordie Howe hat trick with a goal assist in a fight, so that's great to see. You're seeing guys that are from Bakersfield moving up in the lineup up in Edmonton. Hamlin played on the third line last night with Holloway, and Malone was in last night as well too. So just a good sign that guys that have gone up are ready. When their number's been called. They did get Yamamoto back this week, so maybe one more guy to come back with Fogle in the next week or so, and we'll at least start to get some guys back here in Bakersfield. But that's TBD, and remains to be seen.
I mean, it's pretty impressive because they're 6-4 in the last 10, and of course, like you were talking, that 8-2 win last night versus Arizona. Are you finding that? Because obviously, when you bring in people after people are injured, there's got to be that time to click. Do you feel like there's a little more clicking?
Yeah, I think so. And I think, some of the guys, if you look at it, are up there because of injuries. They're not up there necessarily based on merit, although, they have played well. But, had they had a full lineup, they wouldn't be up in the NHL right now. So I think it's, it's good, I think, for Edmonton overall, because you can kind of see what you have. Obviously, you're trying to, maybe make some deals or maybe make some trades later on this season, maybe fill out a roster or fill out, kind of how you're looking going into, the playoffs and stuff. But, for Edmonton, you got to look at Costin, you got to look at Janmark, you got to look at Hamlin, you got to look at Malone. So you kind of know what you have, going into, the dog days here coming up in January and February. So I think it's a positive sign for the Oilers, that they're able to win games even without, their top players. And, they know that when they do get their guys back, they're going to have a pretty good team.
And of course, we've always talked about everything that affects them affects us. And obviously, that's our segue right there, because, a lot of the Baco birds have flown north. And of course, that can affect everything locally. It has been kind of a rough patch for the Baco birds lately. And what are we seeing right now?
Yeah, I think, it's just emblematic of kind of the roster that's out there right now. And, I will say this, of the Condors' losses of late, I think 5 out of the 6, the team has been tied or leading, with 10 minutes left in regulation, and weren't able to get a point in any of those games. So I think if you get to overtime, or, you find a way to squeak out a game in a shootout or something like that, I mean, it looks completely different over the last, 11 days. The team has the same amount of wins right now as the team in 4th place at San Jose. So I think underlying this whole thing is it's not as bad as maybe the outside seems, but at the end of the day, it's a results-driven business, and you got to win hockey games. And, it's been a tough 11 days. It was a tough stretch going into it with 6 games, and obviously not getting a win out of that 11 days is certainly something that leaves a sour taste in the mouth. But I think when you look at it, you get 6 games left before Christmas. You get 2 on home ice. You got a tough set in Colorado. So, we're going to find out what this team's made of here over the next 6 games, I think, going into the Christmas break and coming out of that. So, with a body or 2 back, this team looks a little different. And I think, the better times are ahead.
And we got, of course, jumbling the lines when it comes to the injuries kind of thing. Are you seeing any people working together? Maybe you didn't think they would connect, but they're connecting and doing really well.
Yeah, I like the way, Xavier Bourgault, the rookie first rounder, is kind of, elevated his game a bit, but there's been some drawbacks as well too. It hasn't always been a straight path and a straight line, and and not everyone's path is straight. It's look at the NHL team. Stuart Skinner went down to the ECHL for a full season before he even got to the American Hockey League, and he was in a battle with 2 other goaltenders just to even get time in the AHL, and now he's, what looks like the clear-cut number 1 up in Edmonton. 3 years later, so not everyone's path is straight. I think Bourgault's had a nice start to the year. Michael Kessering's been a pleasant surprise on the blue line for the amount of offense and kind of taking the reins as the number 1 defenseman, because Desharnais and Caldas have been hurt, and Broberg's been up in the NHL, so he's had to elevate his game. And then between the pipes, I think Ollie Rodriguez has been terrific. Calvin Pickard's been hurt for we're going on almost a month now of Pickard being hurt. He should be back by the time Christmas rolls around, but Rodriguez had to step into a number 1 role and give the team quality minutes, and he's done that. So there have been good signs. Does the team need to put it all together? Certainly. Tough to do that when 5 of your projected forwards are in the NHL and 2 of your projected D are in the NHL, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
But it also speaks very well, because when the injuries do come back from Edmonton, and we do get some of the Baco Birds back here. I love that term, by the way. I hope you're not.
I lost you on video.
Did I lose you? I think we just disconnected. There we go. Are we back? I think we
hear you.
Back.
Might be me. Might be you.
I hear you. Hopefully you hear me. Do you hear me? Technical difficulties, always fun here. We just lost Ryan. So we're going to check in for a moment here, and we'll be right back. I think we may be back now, so we are back.
Is it me or was it you?
I don't know.
I'm going to blame you.
I'll take the blame this time. Let's jump back into it, and we'll move forward like we are going to talk about moving forward with the team. Coachella Valley is coming in on Saturday, and it's a blackout cancer night. What can you talk about that?
Yeah, it's always a fun night for us. It brings back great memories. For me, I wrote about my blog this morning. One of the first times we had blackout cancer night, we ended up on a 15-game winning streak. We scored an OT that night against Ontario. So always kind of a special night. We'll have specialty jerseys. We have $5 Hydro Flask as well too, that are kind of blackout cancer themed as well. And obviously we'll have the I Fight For cards, and we'll have a special moment during the game. But all the jerseys are up right now on our app, so you can get your bids in now. We also have one jersey that's up for a raffle. There's only 100 tickets. It's James Hamlin's jersey. All the tickets are just $30, so you can get a game-worn jersey for $30. That's pretty cool. And all the proceeds benefit our community foundation. So should be a special night. And yeah, Coachella Valley, our first look at Seattle's AHL team. They're led by, I think, 2-time Stanley Cup winner Dan Bilesma. And, it's great to have another team in California. It's great to have another rival in the Pacific. And, it's been a long time coming for them. And we don't go there until January, but we get our first look at them here coming up this weekend.
And, of course, a lot of us have been affected by cancer, so we can celebrate the survivors and remember those who have lost the battle, but definitely a chance to just get some memory and all come together for a great cause like that. And then Sunday, you guys are heading up north to, once again, San Jose. What are we looking for there?
Yeah, our first regular season game in San Jose at the new TechCU Arena up there. So, anytime you go into a new building, it's pretty cool. But, it's a tough back-to-back. San Jose doesn't play Saturday night. They play Coachella Valley tomorrow at home. So it's, always a scheduling, quirk. It seems like the Condors always get the raw end at some point, and Sunday is that point. We do have the scheduling upper hand, I guess, if you will. We don't play Friday night, and Coachella Valley plays in San Jose Friday night. So, that makes the home game all the more important. And then see what you can get on the road against San Jose. San Jose's been tough. They're kind of a scrappy bunch. They came in here and gave up a goal early on teddy bear toss and came back and scored late and, kind of started a little streak for them too. So it's going to be a tough stretch, 6 games here, 2 against Ontario next weekend, 2 in Colorado. It's going to be a grind here to the Christmas break, but, this team's got to go, at worst 3-3, I think, here over these 6 games to get themselves back on solid footing.
Tickets for Blackout Cancer Night. How do we get them?
Yeah, CondorsTown.com. We've got a great holiday pack right now, too. You can get 4 lower level tickets, a knit cap, and a Little Caesars pizza, all for just $99. So that saves on all fees, and you can use the tickets for this game. If you want to use 2 for this game and 2 for another game, you can do that. If you want to come yourself for 4 different games, you can do that. So you can break it up however you want it, and it's on sale at CondorsTown.com.
And then Sunday, if people want to check out the away game,
AHL TV. We'll have all the coverage from Tech CU Arena, and hopefully I'll find some place for lunch before the game.
Well, we look forward to that. Check out Holt's blog, of course, for all your dining needs across the country and across the north part of the country.
Yeah, it's international at this point.
There we go. Ryan Holt from the Biggest of Condors. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3, and we will be back next Thursday, 10 a.m. once again to get you caught up on all things CondorsTown with another Energy Condors connection. We'll